Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this MARBERO 88Wh portable power station. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this is an 88Wh power station. So I have a number of different power stations of different sizes. This will be my smallest one. This seems like a power station that kind of bridges the gap between a power bank, like a small power bank just to charge a phone, and a portable power station where you can charge or power other devices. So this has AC and DC output, USB output, USB Type-C output. It supports solar charging. You can use it for backup power. It says smart and safe, high capacity lithium battery, power bank, LED light panel, ultra fast quick charge 3.0. On the side it lists some specs. You can pause and read through those. I'll cover a couple of them. Charging time with the adapter at 19 volts, 1.5 amps is about 5 to 6 hours. DC output is 12 to 16.8 volts at 10 amps. 13 amps max. This has 5 USB ports, so 2 of them are regular, 2 of them support quick charge, and 1 of them supports PD, and it's 18 watt PD. The AC output is 80 watts or 120 watts max. Life cycle is greater than 500 times. Then on the back we have some features listed. This talks about the protections built in. It has overcharge, discharge, overcurrent, overpower, and short circuit protection. So let's get this open. Here we have the manual. Let's take a quick look at it. So here we have those same specs. Here's a product description. So this strip here has indicators for AC power, battery indicator, things like that. We have the AC outlets on the top. One of them is grounded, and we have the USB ports and the DC output on the top. We have an LED light panel on the side. The other side has a cooling vent and DC input. This talks about how to hook up DC. This talks about how to power AC. This talks about quick charge. The light has high mode, SOS mode, and off. This talks about connecting a solar panel. Looks pretty straightforward. Let's get this out. So there's the power station. These are the accessories. So I think I just turned the light on. Turn that back off. So here's the charger. This outputs 19 volts at 1.5 amps. And here's the 12 volt adapter. So this would be a 12 volt socket like a car would have. Let's get the power cord out. The power cord's around 4 foot. Let's try charging this. So I'll plug into power. Now this has a small barrel plug on it, so this will not plug into that DC out. Plugs into the side here. So we're charging, let's see. So we're currently charging at around 26, 27 watts. Turn my light down a little bit. Here you can see the charge indicator. Each of these bars is 25% of the battery, and it's flashing on that last quarter. It's a little tricky to see because my studio lights here are very bright. So the shell on this is plastic. We have that little carry handle. On the bottom we have rubber feet. We have the vent there. Looks like we have a vent down here. The light on the end, and then the ports are on the top. So we have the 2 AC, the USB, and the DC out. The blue ones are going to be the quick charge, and the black are going to be the traditional. And then this one will be the power delivery. So let's try powering some things with this. Let's try charging a phone. So I'll plug into the USB here, and I'll unplug this for now. And here I have an iPhone. I'll plug the lightning cable into the iPhone, and that is charging. So this was turned on. If we press power, that will turn it off. Let's turn that back on. And now it's charging, so that turns on very quickly. So let's try the AC power. So here I have a MacBook, and I have the charger. I'll plug that into the AC port. I'll plug that into my computer, and I'll have to turn this on. So I'll press the power button here, and that will turn the AC on. So if we look on my laptop here, you can see the little plug icon showing that this is being powered by the AC. Now this does have power delivery, but it's 18 watt max, so that's not enough to power this laptop with power delivery. But you could use that for charging phones and other smaller devices that use power delivery. When you're not using the AC outlets, you'll want to press that and turn it off. This also supports that 12 volt, so we can plug in here. And you could plug in something like a air mattress inflator or other accessories that run off 12 volt sockets. I'm going to turn my light off here. I'm going to turn the overhead light off too, so we can test the light on this, and then we'll also take a look at the lights on here. Like I can see these in person, but on camera they're kind of hard to see. So with the lights off, I think they'll be easier. Okay, so I'll turn this on, and you can see that battery indicator, and then just to the left of the battery, I have the AC power, and you can see that lights up red when it's on. Also have the light, so when you press the light, it turns the power station on automatically. So here we have the light. This is low, medium, and high. We press it again, we have SOS mode and off. So if you have some sort of emergency, maybe you're camping at a campsite and you call an emergency number, you can put this on that SOS strobe, set it out where vehicles can see it, and they will hopefully get to you quicker. So on my bench here on low, this provides a little bit of ambient light. You could read something up next to this. If you come out here, you can still see it. to get something with more detail. You could probably hold it overhead. That gives you a lot more light. Let me turn it on the next mode. So this is medium. This is quite a bit brighter, a little bit easier to see. And this is very bright. Now it has that handle here, and if you have something sturdy, you could potentially hang that from the handle. And if I hold this up, this is lighting up a good portion of the center of my bench here. Let me try that on the low. So on the low mode, I can read this. I would prefer a brighter light. This is fairly comfortable to read. Now when it's on that highest mode, that's much easier. And I'm probably about 3 foot off my bench here. That's a nice even light too. So this could be a great work light. Say you're fixing some plumbing or an appliance. You could say set this under a sink or something and light the area up, and you have that nice even light. Okay, so I'm going to charge this all the way up, and then we'll do an AC runtime test on it. Okay, so I have this charged up, and it's currently drawing 0.7 watts. So that would just be its standby draw, but I can unplug it now. Go ahead and turn it off. Unplug that. And I'm going to do a capacity test on here. So I'll be plugging in this air cleaner, and I have this smart outlet here that's hooked up to some software so we can measure the power draw. So plug that in. I'll plug the air cleaner into it, and I'll turn this on. I'll turn on AC. And we'll let the air cleaner run, and we'll see how long this runs. Okay, so the power is depleted. Now I am going to charge this back up right away. You don't want to leave a lithium battery depleted. So let's head over to the computer and take a look at the stats. Okay, so what we're looking here is the current consumption in wattage. So this started at 4:15 p.m. and it shut off completely at 5:10 p.m. So it ran for about 55 minutes. Now you can see here when it started off, it started at around 80 watts. And I've tested this air cleaner before, and it tends to start out higher and then taper off. But you can see it kind of tapered off here. And then probably around 5:03 or so, a little after that, it just started dipping down until it got down to 63. And it ran at 63 for less than a minute and then shut off. And here's the voltage. We can see the voltage started out at 106.2 and it went up a little bit, like 0.2 of a volt. And then here it just started kind of going down. And then at about 5:05, it was at 102. And then it just started going down till it hit 95.7 and then it shut off. And here's our current consumption. So we got 0.07 kilowatt hours out of the battery. So this is an 88 kilowatt hour battery. So if we take 70 divided by 88, we'll get 0.795 or approximately 80%. So with an 88 watt hour battery, you would never expect to get all 88 watts out because there are going to be losses associated. And specifically with this case, there's losses with the inverter. So 80% is within the range you might expect from an inverter. So this was a pretty decent sized load to run on this. Now higher wattages can drain the battery faster, and some loads you would put on here would be intermittent where they will go up and down, but this just gives you a ballpark of the capacity of it. Now if you're using the DC out or the USB, the losses in the electronics will be different from when you're using the AC, and in my experience they tend to be less. So that was the MARBERO 88 watt hour portable power station. Needless to say, this isn't the most powerful portable power station you're going to find, but I really like what this packs in this small package. When I was at summer camp last summer, I had some small power banks and I'd set them out on the picnic table every day so people could charge their phones, and that worked fairly well, but a power station like this would really be perfect for that. You have a great capacity on it, and you have 5 USB ports on the top, so you could charge a lot of phones at the same time. But as opposed to a power bank, this also has those AC outlets. So you're not going to power a whole house with these, but there are instances where this would really come in handy. As I showed, you could power a laptop with this. This could also power a small TV. It might be able to power some bigger TVs. It depends. You'll have to look at the wattage on your TV. A smaller one with less wattage would obviously run a little bit longer. So a power station like this could be great to take camping. You could take this on road trips. Maybe you have an older car and you don't have all the USB ports in your car. So you could put this in the back seat so the kids could charge their devices. And of course it has that light on there. So if you get a flat tire, you can turn that light on, help you change the tire. Or maybe you're out camping, you want to cook some dinner at night, or maybe just get ready in your tent. You have that nice even light here. So if you're looking for a device to give you a little bit more than a small power bank, but you don't really need all the features in a large, heavy, portable power station, I think this is a great option. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.